that are spaced roughly 15 to 20 miles apart. The driver of the stagecoach or the mud wagon would have a 6-horse hitch, and at the weigh station they would have anywhere from 6 to 12 horses ready for a pull to the next weigh station. Now, the time of travel from weigh station to weigh station was an hour, hour and a half, somewhere in that vicinity. They had to change the horses because the horses weren't walking, they were galloping, they were running. So it was a lot of work for the horses, and the horses were of prime consideration in those days. They had to take care of the horses because that was the sole means of their transportation. The passengers at times at some of the weigh stations could get off and do their restroom facility duties, and some of the weigh stations served meals. So if that was the case, the weigh station or the stagecoach would stop for probably somewhere around 30 minutes, but most of the stops were 10 to 15 minutes, just enough time to change out. There were no railroads in this area at that time, and one of the reasons that this trip from Los Angeles to Gilroy, everybody asked the question, why stop at Gilroy? That's where the railroad stopped. There was a railroad from San Francisco to Gilroy, and it took 58 hours to go from Los Angeles to Gilroy, and that was straight through. They would change drivers at the weigh stations. I think I mentioned earlier, 18 to 24 hours, and that driver would catch a stagecoach coming back and go back to his original point of departure.